Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Bridgitte K and today I'm going to show you how to do this jeweled skull look for Halloween. This one is awesome because it makes you look like you're really good at makeup, even though these are just stencil jewels, so you really don't have to do that much at all. So guys, let's just jump straight in. I'm going to take you through how to create this look. Okay, so I'm jumping in first with my Morphe eyelid primer and applying that over the entire eyelids. Then I'm jumping in with this colour which is called Classic from my So Iconic Morphe palette, and I'm applying that over the whole eyelid as well. Next, I'm jumping in with this black eyeshadow from my Morphe Plum Pleasers palette, and I'm taking that on a very thin brush and applying it in a V shape just above the top of the eyelid, around the edge of the eye, and then down underneath my lower waterline. Applying it about halfway along the lower waterline, and then I'm trailing it off to a nice flicked out edge which goes down towards the bridge of the nose. Once I've done that, I'm taking a blending brush and running that over the entire black area until it's really nicely blended out. Now I'm taking my Morphe Blackout liquid liner pen and I'm applying that the whole way along the top lash line. Then I'm taking my Maybelline The Colossal Big Shot Mascara and I'm applying this to the top and bottom lashes. I'm then taking a pair of my Model Rock lashes in the style Smoky Velvet Mini along with my Duo Lash Glue, and I'm applying those to the top lashes. Then I'm jumping in with my Morphe liner pencil in the colour Coconut, and I'm using this to map out the shape of the cheekbones, the lines next to the lips, and the bones on the end of the nose. Then I'm taking my Merrin face paint. This is in the colour Black and this is the Edge face paint. I'm using this one on a very thin brush and this is water activated, so I have dipped that brush into water first. And then I'm following those lines that I've just placed down with the white liner pencil. I'm also just using that black face paint to fill in the tip of the nose as well. I'm then going back in with that white pencil liner and I'm just applying some lines around my eyes, just some semicircles on the inner corners of the eyes, which gives us a nice effect of the skeleton look without having to do the complete blacked out eye area. And then I'm going over the top of that white line once again with that black face paint. And then using that black eyeshadow that I used around my eyes, I'm taking that on a thin brush and just applying some shading coming up from the inner corners of the eyebrows towards the top of my forehead, and just blending it out slightly. This gives a slight angry effect, which is always good for a skull makeup. Now I'm jumping in with my Merrin white face paint and activating this one with water as well. I'm then applying it over my entire lips just to give a base for our skull teeth. I'm also applying a small amount of that white face paint just next to the flick coming out from my lower waterline. Now I'm jumping back in with my Morphe Coconut White Liner Pencil, which I forgot to show to the camera before, so here it is. And I'm applying that to the lower waterline on both eyes. I'm then going back in with my black face paint and just adding a little bit to each side of my forehead and joining it up in the middle. I'm applying a little bit of white shimmer powder to the inner corners of my eyes. I'm also taking the black eyeshadow again and just applying a bit of shading underneath my cheekbone area and just applying a tiny bit of that white face paint above the cheekbones to highlight it and give it a little bit of definition. And now for the fun part, which is super easy. So I'm taking these face jewels. So most of them I bought from the Gypsy Shrine, which I actually found on ASOS. And basically I'm just taking the jewels from each stencil set that I want to use. So I'm using this one across the top of my forehead. Now from this one, I'm only using the teeth stencil, and you might be able to see here they've actually put the middle tooth in the wrong spot. So the way that they've placed it is as if you've got one tooth right in the middle of your mouth, which makes no sense. So I'm actually cutting these in half so that it ends up that I've got 3 teeth on each side of my lip with 2 in the middle on the bottom and the top. Hopefully that makes sense the way I've explained that. It just wouldn't have been anatomically correct if I'd left it the way that it was. I'm also just placing the rest of those jeweled teeth over the top of the line on either side of my mouth, and then I'm taking this silver glitter gel from American Body Art and I'm applying that over my chest, and then I'm taking this stencil, which is actually from a different brand than the first lot of stencils. This one is from Diamond Days and I'm just applying that over the top of where I've just laid down that glitter gel. And I didn't mention before, but all of these stencils are already pre-sticky, so you don't need to add any kind of product onto the back of them to stick them down. You just need to push them into place. Lastly, I'm taking this eye stencil from the first lot of stencils that I used and just applying it underneath my eye and above the cheekbone. And I'm also going back in with that white face paint on a very thin brush and just extending the look of the teeth by adding a triangle above and below each of them with a nice wispy end. I'm also taking the black face paint and just applying a small line in between each of those teeth just to add some definition to them. And guys, I think the best way to finish off this look is to either curl your hair so it's nice and big and full, or you could always add on a colourful wig and maybe even pop in some white contact lenses. Okay, and there we have the completed jeweled skull look. I hope that you enjoyed watching me do this one. This year for 2020, I am focusing mainly on skeleton skull looks for Halloween. So if you would like some more inspiration and some more ideas for Halloween looks, please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on this video as well. And if you have a request for a particular skull look or any Halloween makeup look you'd like to see, please leave me a comment down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you for the next tutorial.